Hello students, welcome to Sentences Online classes. Students, we are working from home. So today we'll start the concept of general term and the middle term of a binomial expansion. Okay. Suppose if I ask you that in the expansion of x square plus 3 upon x to the power 50, find the 21st term. Okay. Then how would you find it? Till now what we have studied, how would you do it? That we will open the formula like 50c1 x squared to the power 50 into 3 upon x to the power 0 plus 50c2, and we'll open and we'll count first term, second term, third term, and then our 21 term will become. Okay, but is it possible? Isn't it very lengthy process that for finding every term I have to open the whole expansion and then we'll count and which term is there when asked? So it would be very lengthy process. So to save our time, we have a formula that is a general term of a binomial expansion. So by putting the values in the general term, we can get easily any term we are looking for. Okay. So and the middle term as well. So first of all, we will discuss the general term of a binomial expansion. So general term of a plus b to the power n, where n is positive integer. Okay, so general term is given by t r plus 1. T r plus 1 equals to n c r a to the power n minus r into b to the power r. This is the formula for general term, and we will look at how it is very useful for us. Suppose I have given that x plus y to the power 20. Okay, this is any binomial expansion. Okay, and I have to find 17th term. Okay, now formula is very easy, but here one thing is to worthy to notify that formula is in the form r plus 1. So whatever term we are looking for, we have to arrange that term into the form of plus 1. So if I have to find 17th term, I will write it not 17. I have to write it like t16 plus 1. Whatever term you are looking for, whatever term we are going to find, we have to break that term into the plus 1 form. It is 17 term, then 16 plus 1. And if it would have been 19 term, then 18 plus 1. Why are we doing so? Because that here, it is the form of r plus 1. So 1 is nothing but here, compare r and 16. So here in this formula, the value of r would be 16. That is why we are breaking it into the plus 1 form. So the formula was NCR a to the power n minus r into b to the power r. But here we have r equals to 16 and n equals to 20. So my t16 plus 1, it means my t17 term would be n is 20, c r is 16. T c 16, and beta at the place of a we have x. So x to the power n minus r, it means what? 20 minus 16, power 4, and at the place of b we have y, and y to the power r, it means what? Y to the power 16. This is my 17th term. So this is how we can easily find any term within a second. Okay, but here I am repeating again, whatever term we are looking for, we have to break that term into the plus 1 form. R, because here we have r plus 1, so every term will be breaking to the plus 1 form. Okay, so that was the formula. So first of all, please pause the video and note this formula down. Okay, now we will look for the middle term of a binomial expansion. Middle term of a binomial expansion a plus b to the power n. General term is, there is a unique formula, but for middle term we have two formula. We all know that if we have a plus b to the power n, so when we have a plus b to the power n, then number of terms will always be equals to index plus 1. So we have n plus 1 term in the expansion. So if our index n is odd, then number of terms would be equals to even. And if n is even, then number of terms would be equals to odd. So for middle term we have two formulas. two formulas. When number of terms are even, when index is even, then we have different formula, and when index is odd, then we have different formula. So when we have index equals to even, it means what? Number of terms, that is capital N, that will be equals to n plus 1, it means what? Odd. So when we have odd number of terms, the formula for middle term would be equals to n plus 1 upon 2f term. Okay, but when we have index equals to odd number, then number of terms would be equals to even, and whenever we have even number of terms in the expansion, we will have two middle terms. First would be n upon 2f, and second would be n upon 2 plus 1f term. Okay, so now first of all, please pause the video and note down the formula. Now we'll look at the how we derive to this formula, how we derive these formulas. Okay, so please pause the video, note it down. Now suppose we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We have 9 terms. That is capital N. 9 terms. Odd numbers. Okay. Now just look at what would be the middle term. You easily can say that E is the middle term, because before E we have 4 letter, and after E we have 4 letters. So clearly E is a middle term. But can we generalize it in the mathematical formula? Yes, we can. Middle term is equals to how many terms we have? How many odd terms we have? 9 odd terms. If we add n plus 1 upon 2, that would be our middle term. Now check it. N is 9 plus 1 upon 2. It means what? 9 plus 1, 10 upon 2, it means fifth term. So is our fifth term is the middle term? Check. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Yes, absolutely. Fifth term is our middle term. So that is how we come to this formula. When we have odd number of terms, then the middle term would be equals to n plus 1 upon 2, where capital N is the number of terms in the expansion. Okay. Now come to the even formula. Suppose here take G as well. Okay. Now we have total 10 terms. That is even. Then now here what is the middle term? What is the middle term? E is the middle term. Before E there are 4 letters, but after E there are 5 letters. Okay, then E is not the middle term. Then F would be middle term. Before F there are 5 letters, but after F there are 4 letters. So whenever we have even number of terms, we don't have a unique middle term. In that case, we will have two middle terms. Here the middle terms are E and F, because before EF there are 4 letters and after EF there are 4 letters. So can we generalize it? Yes. So middle term would be equals to n upon 2f term and n upon 2 plus 1f term. Now n is 10, so 10 upon 2 is 5th term, and n upon 2 is 5th plus 1 6th term. So now check, either the 5th and 6th term are the middle term. First, second, third, fourth, yes, 5th term is the middle term and 6th term is the middle term. So that is how we have come to these formulas. I hope it's clear. Now pause the video and note it down. Now look at the first question of exercise 8.2. In this question, we have asked that find the coefficient of x to the power 5 in the expansion of x plus to the power 8. Whenever we have to find coefficient, middle term, whatever term we have to find, we always have to take the help of general formula. So first of all, I am writing out the general formula. General term of the binomial expansion. That was TR plus 1 is equals to NCR a to the power n minus r and b to the power r. Okay, but now for this expansion TR plus 1 would be equals to n. Here n is 8. 8CR. A is at the place of A, we have x. So x to the power n minus r, it means what? 8 minus r into, at the place of B we have 3 to the power r. Okay, so this is our general term. Okay, now what we have to ask, we have to find the coefficient of x to the power 5. In general term, I have x to the power 8 minus r. If I want x to the power 5, then I have to put 8 minus r equals to 5. So for x to the power 5, put 8 minus r equals to 5. Why I am putting 8 minus r equals to 5? Because then it will become x to the power 5 and coefficient of x to the power 5 would be 8cr 3 to the power r. Simple. I hope you got it. Okay, now so when I will put 8 minus r equal to 5, then r would be equals to 3. Okay, so p r plus 1 equals to 8c. R is 3. 8c3 into x to the power 8 minus r, that is equals to 5 into 3 to the power r is 3. 3 to the power 3. So now coefficient of x to the power 5 is equals to, what is the coefficient of x to the power 5? That is 8c3 into 3 to the power 3, it means 27. So this is my answer. I hope it's clear, very easy to understand. Okay, first of all we will find out the general formula, and whatever coefficient we have asked, look at the index, look at the power of that coefficient. So in this question we have to find the coefficient of x to the power 5. So in the general formula, wherever I have x, put power equals to the what has been asked. So I will put 8 minus r equals to 5. Suppose if I have to find the coefficient of x to the power 7, then I would put 8 minus r equals to 7. So we have to equate the powers, that's it. By doing so, we can get the value of r, and once we will get the value of r, we can easily find coefficient of any term. Okay, so now please pause the video and note it down.